Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday night. Good evening and welcome to the program. I'm your host, Doc Watkins, and I'm joined by Brandon Guerra on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass. My special guest tonight is professional violist and independent filmmaker Diek. We'll have him on in just a little bit. We'll get to the music in just a moment, but first, let's have a look at the JazzTexas news. The star of the Amazon Prime series, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Coraline Aaron, who plays Shirley Maisel, says that with all its Emmy nominations, the show will go down in history. Yes, go down in history as the show with the most Emmy nominations that no one I know actually watches. In sports, NFL quarterback Alex Smith has made Washington's initial roster after final cuts were made, another step in his remarkable comeback 22 months since breaking his right leg. Even if Smith breaks his other leg and is forced to sit in a wheelchair, he'll still be better than Broncos quarterback Drew Lock. Amazon announced plans to hire 15,000 workers for its new 43-story tower in Bellevue, Washington. One thing that all 15,000 of these Amazon employees share in common, they've never watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Arby's, best known for its roast beef sandwiches, is now selling turkey, ham, and corned beef by the pound, explaining that people have long been asking for its freshly cut meat served in bulk. And by people asking, Arby's means absolutely no one. According to the FDA, Sunshine Mills has issued a voluntary recall of dog food products due to high levels of aflatoxin, a mold that can be harmful to pets if consumed in significant quantities. Among the brands affected by this recall are Family Pet Meaty Cuts, Paws Happy Life Butcher's Choice, and Arby's. The Thoroughbred Authentic won an upset over Tiz the Law in the annual Kentucky Derby last week. In a related story, Arby's announced a 10% discount on all bottles of its horsey sauce. That's about it for the JazzTexas news. Thank you for tuning in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin with the music, I'd like to offer a toast to all who are tuning in tonight, especially those of you who have ordered cocktails and food from the JazzTexas Bar and Kitchen. Remember that we are open for curbside and delivery 5 nights a week, Tuesday through Saturday, so we hope you'll eat dinner and have some wine and some cocktails with us. Here's to many more years of JazzTexas food, drinks, music, friends, and family. Cheers, y'all. We're going to start out with a tune written by the great tenor saxophonist Sonny Rollins, entitled Sunny Moon for Two. Moon for Two by Sonny Rollins, featuring Brandon Guerra on the drums, Mike Porter on the bass. I want to give a big shout out to our production team, as always, Caitlin Hill on the audio, and on the video production, Mr. Chris Science. With Wizard Broadcasting. Also, a big shout out to KRTU 91.7, our media sponsor for the Doc Watkins Show. Guys, thank you so much for being a wonderful partner. You've got one of the greatest jazz stations in the world. Make sure and tune in every day to KRTU 91.7. Also, Want to let you all know we have a brand new online jazz course out just last week. We're very excited about this course. It's an 8-week program. If you've been tuning in to the Doc Watkins Show throughout the quarantine and watching us play jazz and thinking, I could do that, how hard could it be? You're right, it's not that hard, and we'll teach you how to do it in 8 weeks or less. So make sure and tune in, and you can find in the link description here for the live stream or in the comments how you can sign up and take the course, and we're going to teach you how to play jazz and have a lot of fun doing it. So we hope you'll check it out. This next tune comes to us from Brazil, from the music of Antonio Carlos Jobim, considered by many to be the father of the bossa nova genre. One of our favorite tunes, here's Corcovado. That's Corcovado by Antonio Carlos Jobim. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, tonight's special guest is a very, very good friend of mine. He's a classical violist and an independent filmmaker. While he currently resides in the state of Colorado, he's been a fixture on the San Antonio music scene for many years. He and I became close friends years ago when we discovered a common love of blowing up pianos. He's got a brand new movie out, which we'll talk about in just a bit. Before we bring him on, let's take a look at one of the highlight reels from our years together. Chris, would you bring up that clip? There's lots more great content just like that on YouTube. You can look it up anytime. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the program my good buddy, Diek.
Hey, everybody.
What's happening, my buddy?
What's up? I miss you guys.
Hey, that was beautiful. Thank you for playing for us. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, man, it is an honor to be here.
So where are you? Where is here? Are you in Texas or Colorado?
I'm in Colorado, so I live in Colorado Springs now, and yeah, it's gorgeous summertime here, and if you have to be holed up in a pandemic, this isn't a bad place, really. But
yeah, very true. So when you moved to Colorado was a few years ago, and you still continued playing with the San Antonio Symphony. But what caused the move to Colorado?
Well, I'd had a dream of living in the mountains for a long time, which is not a very original story, I know. Like, lots of people have that dream, but I was in a kind of a transitional time, and I thought, well, if I want to give it a go, I'm gonna give it a shot. So I had a couple connections in town, And as a violist, I mean, you know what they say, jobs are easy when you play viola. They just throw you work. I mean, it's so simple.
It's all
So
supply and demand, and there's a lot of demand for violists and not a whole lot of supply.
Or
was it the other way around?
Yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere. There's a viola joke in there somehow. But
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah. So now I play with the Colorado Springs Philharmonic and the Boulder Philharmonic, and I teach at Denver School of the Arts and Regis University, and kind of play all over the place and do lots of stuff. But then I decided that wasn't a crazy enough kind of artistic life, that I should be a filmmaker too, and blow up pianos, because
which is how you got into jazz, which was by the destruction of old upright pianos. And to tell you the truth, Diek, I don't remember exactly how that conversation happened originally. Do you remember how we first met and what precipitated the blowing up of our first piano?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
Do you really?
Yes.
Refresh my memory.
So that was before you had begun JazzTexas, and you were driving around, and you had this magnificent cargo van with the dolly where you'd wheel your upright piano in and out of it multiple times a day. And want to talk about the hardest working man in showbiz? I mean, that's crazy talk. But you told me how you'd have these pianos, and you'd have them for a while, but eventually the wear and tear of getting it in and out of the van on a daily basis just got to be too much, and the piano would just be unsalvageable. And you'd take it to the dump, push it out of the back of the van, and it would make a glorious, glorious sound when it hit the concrete at the dump. At least this is what I remember. And you said, can you write a script or a screenplay where we get to do something like that? We get to dump it out or blow it up or something. And I said, Doc Watkins, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, I'm the guy for you. And you were getting into filmmaking at that time, and you have a new film out, which I want to talk about in a minute. But first of all, at that time, you were just getting your feet wet with filmmaking, and so it made the most sense for us to try some stuff. I wanted to blow up pianos. You wanted to make movies, and we thought, well, why don't we just make a movie about blowing up pianos? How did you get started in filmmaking?
Well, it's kind of a neat story in that it started on a dare. I was doing an opera festival in Florida, and at the end of the festival, there was a party that was just for the company, the orchestra. And the party was called the Art Party, and everyone was encouraged to bring some sort of original artwork. But it was secret. You unveiled it at the party, and that was the theme of this big drunken festival. And so a buddy of mine had an idea to make a movie. He's like, "Hey, why don't we make a movie together? You can make the movie, and I'll star in it." And I was like, "Oh boy, I don't really know how to make a movie, but okay, let's give it a shot." And we just had so much fun doing it, and it kind of took over every ounce of my brain power. And ever since then, it's just like I've had the film bug. And I'm constantly having new ideas and trying to figure out how to make them real, how to bring them to life. And it's a lot of work, but it's, as you know, it's a lot of fun. And having a dream and following through with it is quite a thing, Watkins.
And I love how you picked up a new skill long after you had already mastered your original skill, which was playing the viola. So you were in your 30s, I'm guessing, at this point, and you decided, making a film is a lot of fun. Making a short little film is a ton of fun. I don't know anything about it. I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to learn by doing. And now here you are years later, you have your own feature film out, which we're going to talk about in just a second. But first of all, kudos to you for just diving in and trying to learn a new skill, which I think most people, after a certain age, just figure that whatever skills they have is what they got, and you just went for it.
Yeah, well, we see again and again that is not true. I mean, you can learn new things no matter where you are in your life's journey, and that's.
Can you take the Doc Watkins online jazz course and perhaps learn to play jazz even in your senior years?
I would. I'm seriously considering doing just that, because the freedom of jazz is a skill that I have not developed yet, and it is alluring, because I know how much fun you guys have playing, and I love being around you when you're in the club and all that. So it's, yeah.
It's a ton of
I
fun.
wore
And
the
I don't want
tie.
to turn this into a Doc Watkins infomercial, so I want to talk about your film because you have a trailer we're going to check out in just a minute. But tell us just a minute about what we're about to see and how the idea for this film came about. And you just got accepted to the Orlando Film Festival, which is a major deal. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yes, this is our first public announcement right here on the Doc Watkins Show. So that's very cool. Yeah, I've been working on this project for quite a few years. Well, it's a little tricky to talk about because it all revolves around a twist. And if I tell you what the twist is, then you know what the movie's about. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a
how
little
about
tricky
why
to talk
don't we
about.
watch the trailer, and then let's talk about
Yes.
when you'll be able to see the film and where you can see it. Chris, can we pull up the trailer? And before we do, tell us, what's the name of the film?
The name of the film is called States of Contention, and it's partly inspired by a lot of what we're going through right now as a society. So it's got some heavy subjects about the divisive nature of the world and even our pandemic, which I wrote it before the pandemic, but even that could be the story for this movie, which is really fascinating to me. But anyway, yeah, let's see the trailer.
So, States of Contention. Chris, let's pull up that trailer.
Maybe you'd help warm me up then, huh?
Be careful! Keith, stop it! Your hands are cold! Stop!
What are the chances our first mission would be here?
All personnel evacuate!
We've always loved this country, huh?
Override authorization is on my command. It's my call. Now move out.
All personnel, get to the evac now! Evacuate now, if anyone can hear me!
I'm here!
We've taken heavy casualties! Get to the extraction point! We are leaving!
I owe you now.
Our fight is for the future. Our fight is against the past.
Gotta go now!
To be on the right side of history.
Yes, for what is right, for the truth.
I will kill for this.
That's the trailer to States of Contention. Diek, are you still with us? Come in, Diek.
Is this thing on?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
You're
okay.
still in 2020. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
We weren't able to transport you to the future. First of all, tell us, when can we see the movie and how can we see the movie?
Okay, so the movie was designed specifically to be at film festivals. So it was designed to be programmed on film festivals in the short film block. And so we're at a weird time in history in so many ways right now, but that the film festivals, as we were hoping, just like live performances, are not really happening right now. So a lot of the film festivals are going online. So that means one of the good things about that is that people will be able to see my film if they purchase a pass to the online festivals. They'll be able to watch the movie. So Orlando Film Festival, I think, will be our first one, and hopefully there will be many more. The festival circuit is kind of a year-round thing. So.
And when will that be?
It's mid-October. I don't have the dates on the top of my head. I think it's 15th through the 22nd of October.
Will people be able to get a pass through your website?
I don't have all the information yet. This is all very new, and I think the festivals are still trying to make their battle plans, but I'll make it public on our website, and on we have a Facebook page for that particular movie called States of Contention. That's put that in your Facebook and you'll be able to find it, and I'll be posting updates there. So
well, I tell you,
cool.
you lucked out if anyone can use the word lucky in 2020, unless you're Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos. The rest of us don't tend to use that word. But in any case, you lucked out because you've been telling me about this film for years. You've been working on it the last several years, and there's so many themes in the film. based on what you've told me, that resonates so well with 2020. It's just kind of a happy accident in a lot of ways, and you've worked so hard in it. I'm very proud of you and proud of the work that we've done together. We've had so much fun blowing up pianos. Probably not your best work in the blowing up of the pianos, but definitely the hottest summer days you've ever had, and we had a lot of fun, right?
That's true. And we found out how many pianos we really could fit into the back of one van. You break them into smaller pieces and you can fit a lot more.
Yeah, we did. We had a lot of fun with that, didn't we? So, all right, so check it out, everybody, at thediek.com. Check out States of Contention coming up in October. Make sure and get the pass so you can check it out. And Diek, thank you so much for coming on the program. It's always fun to catch up with you. What are you drinking there?
Cheers. This is a Diek Teeny, or a Diek Hatton? I don't know.
Well, it looks great. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Thanks for having me on, and congrats.
We'll see you at the film festival in October, okay? And congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
All right, see you soon, okay?
Bye-bye.
That's Diek, everybody. Good buddy of mine, known each other forever, had a lot of good times, and I'm so proud of the work that he's doing, so make sure and check him out at thediek.com. This next tune was written by Thelonious Monk, one of my favorite tunes of all time. It's called Around Midnight. That's Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk. Thank you. This next tune is also by Sonny Rollins. We started out with a Sonny Rollins tune at the top of the show called Sunny Moon for Two. Now we'd like to do another one by the great tenor saxophonist Sonny Rollins entitled, what's this one called? Oh, that's right. It's called St. Thomas. Here goes. Take it away, Brandon. Brandon Guerra on the drums. That's St. Thomas by Sonny Rollins. Thank you very much, everybody. Well, it's that time of year again. Y'all are stuck in your homes. It's a Friday night. We're stuck down here at JazzTexas, and we wish we were with you. But for the time being, we're going to have to stay put for just a minute, and many of us are getting bored, turning to board games, other fun activities, and like watching YouTube videos and TikTok videos of kittens, puppies, and unicorns. We've come up with our own board game that you can play along with right from the comfort of your own boudoir. So without further ado, let's play the board game. Now, by now, you know how the board game works. We pick two famous people and or inanimate objects. We compare and contrast them both, and then at the end of the game, I get to decide who's the biggest bore. So, tonight on the board game, who's more boring? A bird cage or Nicolas Cage? Well, on the one hand, Nicolas Cage is an actor known for his quirky performances. Cage has his own acting methodology, which he calls nouveau chamantic, which translated into English means a gigantic paycheck. When filming a scene for the film Vampire's Kiss, Nicolas Cage ate 3 cockroaches for the production, which is kind of weird considering that there was nothing in the scene involving eating or cockroaches. Cage was married to Elvis Presley's daughter, Lisa Marie, who divorced him because she said he was too weird. And someone who was once married to Michael Jackson accuses you of being weird, you might have some problems. Nicolas Cage eats animals based only on how they have sex, and he refuses to eat anything unless they are dignified when mating. He says his favorite dish is veal marsala, missionary position. On the other hand, a bird cage is designed to house birds as pets. In general, the larger and the more active the bird, the larger the cage one should use. Although Nicolas Cage owns pet birds, he's never eaten them because he doesn't like the way they look when mating. In general, as said before, the larger and the more active the bird, the larger the bird cage one should use. The same applies to Nicolas Cage. The larger the paycheck, the crazier he will act. Though Nicolas Cage has never lived in a bird cage, he did star in the movie Birdie. Coincidence? You decide. Well, that's a tough call, ladies and gentlemen, but if you had to pick who bores you the most, a bird cage or Nicolas Cage, the correct answer is Nicolas Cage. Thanks for playing the board game. We'd like to do a song for you now that was written by Hoagie Carmichael, originally sung by the great Ray Charles, and we're going to dedicate it to Cindy, Georgia on My Mind. Georgia on My Mind by Hoagie Carmichael. We've got time for just one more tune before we leave you. Until tomorrow night, when we have our live stream at 8 p.m., we're going to be featuring Jordan Corney on the guitar, and also he's one of our bartenders here at Jazz Texas. So make sure and tune in tomorrow night, Saturday night, live here at Jazz Texas on the Doc Watkins Show for episode number 35. Before we go, we want to give a big shout out once again to Caitlin Hill on the audio and Chris Zients with Wizard Broadcasting. We hope you enjoy this next tune. It's called Green Dolphin Street. Here we go. Mike Porter on the bass, Brandon Guerra on the drums. That's Green Dolphin Street. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Friday night. Join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Texas time. We'll be back once again with Jordan Corney, one of our bartenders here at Jazz Texas. He's also going to bring his guitar, so make sure and stick around for tomorrow night's show. That's it for us. Thank you and good night.